Brethren, I'm Tommy Griffin, past Grand Master of the Most Worshipful Grand Lodge of Texas in the year 2008. We're proud that you're at the conference of the Grand Master this year, and we have certain things that Grand Master Stogner has asked me to present to you this morning that are causing a few problems in the constituent lodges of Texas. One is the demising of a lodge, and the second is the consolidation of a lodge. We will cover the procedures as dictated by the laws of the Grand Lodge of Texas. The first thing this morning I think I need to discuss with you is the definition of what a demise lodge is. The term demise shall apply to lodges whose charters have been revoked by final action of the Grand Lodge. When a lodge is suspended or its charter arrested by the Grand Master, or a lodge ceases to function as required by the laws of the Grand Lodge of Texas, is considered a demise lodge. Members of said lodge are considered non-affiliated Masons, except those who are plural members of other lodges. The members in good standing at the time of the demise obtain from the Grand Secretary a certificate of good standing to apply for affiliation in another lodge, or if a plural member shall obtain a certificate of dismissal from the demise lodge as an unaffiliated Mason. Brethren, a proposition is made at a stated meeting of a lodge to return its charter to this Grand Lodge. The members shall be notified of such proposition in writing and summoned to attend the next stated meeting. Now, this proposition needs to be in written form as presented to the lodge. Then you, as a member of that lodge, would receive the proposition in writing and then summoned. Well, what is a summons? A summons is a form that's initiated by the Grand Lodge. The Secretary would summon you to that meeting. And being summoned means that you need to be present if you remember your obligations. If a majority of the members then present vote for the proposition, the vote shall be entered of record and the proposition lie over until the next stated meeting. If at such meeting 2/3 of the members present vote for the proposition, a brief statement of the reasons therefore shall be entered into the minutes, and the lodge shall cease its labors. Now, brethren, continue the demising of the lodge. We need to talk specifically about the property of the demise lodge and where it goes. During the recess of the Grand Lodge, upon written recommendation of the Grand Treasurer and the Committee on Finance, the Grand Master shall have authority to sell any property, real or personal, that has reverted to this Grand Lodge by the demise of a subordinate lodge, and promptly turn over to the Grand Treasurer the proceeds. Brethren, this completes the discussion of the demise of a lodge, and thank you for your attention. While the consolidation of one lodge to another is one possible alternative to demising and turning in a charter, it should be approached with clear minds and a great deal of caution. Not knowing the proper procedures and following the same can create bad feelings between lodges and brothers that can linger sometimes for years and delay or effectually stop any necessary process with respect of saving a lodge or giving members new life through consolidation. Brethren, always remember that we would much rather you consolidate with another lodge than demise and turn your charter into the Grand Secretary's office. We will now discuss consolidation, and it is probably the same thing as a merger. You hear that term merge with another lodge quite often, but in the law book of the Grand Lodge of Texas, it is consolidation. The process for consolidating lodges is a straightforward one, and is spelled out step by step in Chapter 8, Title 2 of the Laws of the Grand Lodge of Texas. Brethren, we're now going to cover the steps for consolidation. Majority of members of Lodge A must sign a written declaration and present it to the Worshipful Master at a stated meeting, and it be entered into the minutes of Lodge A. This declaration must contain the name of the Lodge B you are wishing to consolidate with, and it also must be a lodge that you have concurrent or adjoining jurisdiction. Brethren, this declaration must be read at 3 consecutive stated meetings of Lodge A before voting on it. This can be voted on by a majority to a proposed subsequent stated meeting of Lodge A, just by a majority of those members present. Now what that means, brethren, is if you want, after the 3 consecutive meetings, maybe you feel like that you have not considered every aspect of consolidation and you want to postpone it even longer, and by a majority vote, you can vote to have that in a meeting in a subsequent month. When the vote is taken at the lodge, it must be a 2/3 vote of those members present of Lodge A in favor for it to pass. Brethren, if the consolidation vote did not pass, then you just go on about your business as you have before. But if the consolidation vote passes, the Secretary of Lodge A shall immediately send to Lodge B the original declaration and a certified copy of the proceedings in his Lodge A. An invoice of all property and effects needs to be sent. List of all members in good standing, all members who are in arrears of dues and the amount that is owed by those dues, all entered apprentices and fellowcraft masons, and the dates initiated or passed. Upon receipt of papers by the petitioned Lodge B, all information will be read at the next stated meeting and entered into the minutes. The vote on the petition by Lodge A will be taken by Lodge B at a fixed date set by the Lodge B after the first reading and has to lay over at least to the second stated meeting after which it is read. Just like I discussed a while ago, they can set a date for a subsequent stated meeting in order for you to vote on this situation if it's needed. If Lodge B desires, by a majority vote, the date of the vote on the petition can be fixed at a later date, as I have said. When the vote is taken by ballot, a 2/3 vote is needed to accept the petition for consolidation by Lodge B. Certified copies of all minutes of both lodges involved need to be sent to the Grand Master for approval. With the Grand Master's approval, the lodges desiring consolidation shall be deemed and held to be one Lodge, B, existing under the charter and governed by the bylaws of the lodge petitioned, which is Lodge B. Books and records of former lodge shall be delivered to the latter lodge, Lodge B, for safekeeping and preservation. The charter and the seal of Lodge A is to be sent to the Grand Secretary's office. Brethren, in conclusion to the consolidation process, the initial thing that is done is this signed declaration by a majority of the members of your lodge. So if you have 60 members in your lodge, you need 31 to sign this declaration. How you go about doing this is sometimes complicated. It's hard to get maybe those 31 members to sign this declaration other than sending each one of them a copy of it and have them sign it and return it to the lodge. Possibly this is what you're going to need to do. This situation is causing conflict with the Grand Secretary's office and abiding by the laws of the Grand Lodge of Texas. With this in mind, I propose a resolution for the next Grand Lodge session that will ease the matter of this declaration being signed by a majority member of the lodge. Hopefully we can get that taken care of, and it will ease the tension between the Grand Secretary's office and those lodge secretaries that are experiencing this problem with consolidation. I hope that we have covered everything that we need to cover with you this afternoon about the situation of demising and consolidation of a lodge, and I appreciate the opportunity to present it to you.